Welcome, my fellow modern day pioneers. I want to send some love out to all of you. I really do love you guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Today I want to talk to you about something, and this has to do with canning. But I'm always amazed at companies who will try to sell us things that we can get for free. Or at least recycle it, because we were going to throw it away anyhow. And so that's what today's tip is about. Now, most of us, when we can, we have a seal on the top, which is this right here, and the ring. Okay? Now, when we put it away after we've canned, we take this ring off. And we store it like that right there. Now, the reason we do that is because if it's not sealed properly, we'll notice it as soon as we go to lift it, because I lift it with my fingernails, and if I can't get it off with my fingernails, I'll use a can opener. But if we keep the ring on it, it won't burst if it spoils. In other words, because the ring would stop this seal from, going upward. And so it's a safety measure that we use to help us to know if something is gone wrong with what we've canned. Well, at least that's what my grandma always used to say. Make sure you take them rings off of that when you can that, so you'll know if anything's gone wrong. So I've always done it. And she would always tell me to lift with my fingernails. And if it came off really, really easy, I could just pull and it pop and, come off. She said more than likely it was never sealed. But I have a tendency to slide my fingers a little bit across the top of it after I can it. And I heard all the bing, 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 bing. I wait until it's completely cooled off, usually the next day. And I'll just take my finger and slide it back and forth. And that usually will tell me if something hasn't sealed. But that's just how I do it. Everybody's different. But now, what I want to talk about is like this. This is opened, okay? I opened the jar of salsa. Now, most of us don't want to hang on to every seam, every seal and every ring. It just, that's too much in your kitchen. So, usually, I get rid of these. I don't keep them. Once I've used them. Now, some people will keep them because they will go through this and get out their rings and their seals if they want to continue to hold, the food that once you open it, like this right here, so that they can, cover it. Well, they sell tops at the stores that you can use, that if you open a jar of your food, you can put it on there. Let me show you, like this right here. Okay, but I didn't buy that. This came off of a mayonnaise jar. A 30-ounce mayonnaise jar. I don't keep the jars because I'm not a real person that collects plastic. I prefer to use glass. And so I have huge pickle jars a friend of mine has given me, and I store rice and sugar and things like that in those jars, and even flour. So I don't really hold on to plastic containers, really. I don't find a whole lot of use for them. But I have found the tops to the mayonnaise jars to be a gold mine for me. When I opened this jar of salsa, which I had in my refrigerator, I took it out for purposes to do this video to show you. What I did is, because it was like this jar right here, it just had the seal. I took the seal off of it, and I used the salsa that I wanted. And then to cover it, I used the good old mayonnaise. Now the reason you see that square plastic there, this had a $1 off coupon, okay? So this mayonnaise only ended up costing me, I think it was $1.39 because it was regularly $2.39. And I got $1 off. So I only paid $1.39 for this, but that's what you see. There's the plastic from the coupon. But anyhow, look, watch this. No leak. No nothing. And this top is free. Now they sell these tops in the canning section for you to be able to use to put over a jar that you open up. And I've said to myself, I don't understand that. Why on earth would anybody pay for that if you can do that? And then it dawned on me, wait a minute, not everybody knows. Not everybody knows that this cap right here will fit perfectly on there. So I wanted to share that tip with you because it works wonderful and it is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Well, I shouldn't say, because hey, companies include the price of even the plastic that the food comes in. And so in some ways they charge you. But most people, if they don't save the containers, they end up just throwing them away, lid and all. And this is a wonderful way to store your food that you canned and once you've opened it up. And it doesn't cost you anything. Now, how many of this tops from the mayonnaise you save is really up to you. And they'll fit easily in a drawer somewhere. I have 4. And if one starts to get really bad and I notice, age, it begins to crack or something, I will always replace it with the next mayonnaise jar I get. So I just wanted to share this tip. Now, some of you out there might say, oh, well, I knew that, and that's great, and that's awesome. But it's amazing how many people who don't know. And that's what I'm trying to share. I'm trying to share everything that I know, and I wish that you guys would too in the comment section. I love your ideas. I love your tips. They're wonderful, and I'm sure the viewers would love them too. But for today, this tip is save your mayonnaise jar lids, and you can reuse them on your canning jars. And you don't have to worry about holding on to the seals and rings and keeping them around in your kitchen. You can get rid of your old seals. No point in keeping them on. You can, if you're freezing food in this, you can still use these plastic tops. You can. You don't have to save the seals and the rings. I saved the rings. Don't get me wrong. You don't want to throw away your rings. This you don't want to throw away. But this you can. This, if you're freezing something in a mason jar, you can freeze it with this right here. It's not going to hurt. So, I hope you enjoyed that tip. God bless you, and may you have a very, very blessed day.